Bedtime Stories presents
Chance and the Magic Staircase! Chapter 2.
After making his way through the front door, Chance called out,
Hello? Hello? Anybody home?
When nobody answered, he set out to explore the big house. He kept coming across the strangest things, like a tiny potted tree that moved its branches around as though it were always stretching, and a box of multicolored rocks that hummed the prettiest little melody when you opened it up. It seemed that everywhere he looked, there was another wonderful treasure to be found. After searching around for a little while, he found his way into the kitchen, where he noticed the most peculiar door on the far wall. It was shaped like a big Valentine's heart and painted a pretty light pink. He walked over to it and turned the doorknob, but the door wouldn't open. He pulled and jerked as hard as he could, but it didn't want to budge. He decided that it must be locked, but when he leaned against it to rest, it flew open in the other direction and Chance tumbled through to the other side. Inside, there was the sound of wind blowing through a tunnel. When he got back up on his feet, to his surprise, he found himself standing on a very long spiral staircase. He peered over the railing and looked down. There was a green glow far down below that lit the staircase just enough to see. But it looked to Chance like the stairs just kept going down forever. He looked up to find the same thing, stairs just cycling and cycling as far as the eye could see. He heard far below him a tiny little voice that sounded a bit angry echo up to him. And then he heard a distant door slam.
Hello? Can anybody hear me?
His voice echoed in both directions. No answer. Then he noticed that there were other doors on the walls of the staircase, and all of them were funny shapes or sizes. One was a green triangle, one was shaped like a big black shoe, and another one looked like an overstuffed pillow. On and on the doors went in both directions until he couldn't see any further, all of them with their own special shape and size. He found himself whispering again. This was certainly not the kind of thing you come across every day. He tried opening the star-shaped door that was just above him on the stairs, but it wouldn't budge. So he climbed up a little further until he reached the next few doors, but still no luck. The fourth door he came to was curved out from the wall like a giant ball. It was painted to look like a big eyeball, but Chance couldn't even find a doorknob on this one. He ran his hands across the surface of the eyeball and found a small button in the center. The big eyeball slowly rolled back, opening from the bottom as it went up. Chance's mouth hung open as he gazed into the most incredible sight he'd ever seen in his life. There in front of him lay a landscape that was straight out of a colorful cartoon. There was a beautiful valley with rolling white hills. The trees had tall, skinny red trunks with bright yellow pyramids as their tops. And the sky above was a lovely pale green, with puffy pink clouds floating around in it. At Chance's feet, there was a path of multicolored pebbles that led off to the horizon, where he could see a distant castle. As he took his first steps onto the path, it swayed from side to side like it was floating on water or something. He had to be very careful to keep his balance, but after a minute or two, he began to get used to this new style of walking and found out that it was actually pretty fun. He started hopping up and down in one place, and it felt like he was jumping on a slow-motion trampoline, sending waves of colorful pebbles off in each direction as he played.